Hello everyone, my name is Zahira Landestoy and I'm here at Lifestyles, about to train legs, a little bit of abs and calves. I am 1 week out from ANA Level Championships in West Palm Beach, Florida, and 2 weeks out from Team Universe in New Jersey. And I'm very excited to compete in these competitions, and I'll be representing the women's physique division.
Today we're going to start with our ab work. I usually do 4 sets of abdominal work in the beginning of the training, and that serves as a little bit of a warm-up to get the blood flowing through the muscles. So we'll get started with these crunches. We do about 20 to 25. I try to get in 25 in each set, and then I jump to the second exercise consecutively and then to the third, and then we'll rest for about 30 seconds and then do that series 4 times. Strapping onto our handles here for our hanging leg raises. And I do 25 of these, and I just do the knee raises. Works just as effectively and allows me to have a little bit more strength and power.
Well, I am part of Team Long, and I have the privilege and the blessing to train under the tutelage of Mr. Don Long and his wife Sarah Long. If you find yourself swinging like that, try to stop the swinging and then restabilize and start, keep going from there. The swinging is, it limits your flexibility and your ability to really compress the muscle. As you can see, I'm also blowing the air every time with every rep, just to pull all the oxygen out of the abdomen. The workout that they've designed for me here today is one that is a depletion workout, meaning that is, since I'm a week out and 2 weeks out from my next 2 shows, it's a little bit different than my normal training. So as you can see, the weight that I'm using here today is not as heavy as I normally would do, because to put on muscle or to build any muscle, you've got to challenge the muscle, and so that means you've got to, go harder and go heavier. But today, again, we're just making sure that the blood is flowing through the muscles. We're still challenging by doing high repetitions, but not going as heavy as I possibly can. So it's a little bit of a different training, but as you can see, we're still working hard, and we're relentlessly going for this goal. So in your own goals, that's just something to live by. Don't ever quit. Don't ever let back. Just continue to challenge yourself, continue to push forth, and you will achieve whatever goal you set for yourself.
Alright. Let's go to the last. Make sure you stay hydrated. It's very important to drink water throughout your workout, so that you can stay strong and well watered. So as you can see, I'm not really having a lot of weight on there. It's not necessary that you lift so much weight with your abdomen as much as it is to contract and blow the oxygen all out of it. Just make sure that you remain taut at the abdomen area when you're performing your exercises, and you will get excellent results. Alright, so we're getting set up here on the hyperextension machine to do some oblique work for the side of the abs. And basically you're just going to drop into a side bend and then squeeze up with the obliques. Just make sure that when you drop, you're still maintaining that tension here in the muscle. So don't release so much that you don't maintain the tension. Just keep the tension and then squeeze when you come up. We're going to do 20 to 25 on each side, 4 sets. Again, making sure that you're breathing, blowing the air out of the abs every time. Minimal rest between sets. One thing I like to do, I'm a physique competitor. One of the things I like to do when I do this exercise is practice my bicep pose, which is something like this. So you can incorporate that into your workouts. Why not? Why not practice while you train? We're gonna move on to some calf work, 4 sets of 30 repetitions. I really love doing abs first. I was running into the problem of doing training and then doing abs at the end, and then sometimes we skimp on our abdominal area, but it's good to get them done in the beginning of the workout. You're fresh, you're strong, you can put a lot of emphasis on them, and then your body's warmed up, so you're ready to go for everything else. Not necessarily that you need to go really heavy, just make sure that you can do the exercise and the movement correctly with good form. Again, safety first at the gym, and you'll get great results. And then as you get stronger, you can increase the weight. Some of those sets kind of get the best of you, but you gotta battle against the weight. It's you against the weight, and you're not gonna let the weight win. So that's what I think in my mind. It's not gonna beat me. I'm gonna push through the pain and get the set done, get the reps that need to get in done. All right, so we're gonna get started with our leg portion of our workout. I like to call it crazy leg day because I go crazy on legs. We're gonna do supersets today. Supersetting just means combining 2 movements without rest. So we're gonna go from this leg extension, which works the front of the quad, to the lying leg curl, which works the hamstring and the glute. We do 4 sets and try to get in about 20 repetitions for the first one, and then we descend in reps and ascend in weight. Make sure you put a lot of tension on that quad. When you squeeze up, make sure you squeeze that muscle. Again, making that mind-muscle connection so that you can really get a good work, a good repetition that every time. One of the keys with this lying leg curl, I have to tell all of my friends and people that I help when they train, is make sure that you push the hips into the pad. Don't lift up your bottom, because then it takes the tension off of the hamstring and the glutes. The other thing, make sure that you do a full extension, releasing the legs all the way down, squeezing them all the way up, so that you get a good hamstring glute tie-in. That's what we call it. But there's a good separation between your hams and your glutes. All right, so make sure you get your 45 seconds to 1 minute rest time, and then make sure you drink water. Stay hydrated so you don't catch any cramps, and go back in. Make sure you're aggressive every time. Aggressive, attacking every rep like it's your only rep, like it's your last rep, not thinking of all the work that needs to be done yet.
I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic, and I came to the States when I was about 10 years old. And I started competing about 2.5 years ago and qualified for national level in the figure division. And shortly after that, found out that I could not compete nationally because I was not a U.S. citizen. Since then, I have acquired my citizenship, and I'm very thankful to be a U.S. citizen now. And so I am getting ready to go to the Team Universe, as I said earlier. Again, remember pressing those hips into the pad and pulling simply with your hamstrings and your glutes. Another little tip, make sure your head stays always aligned with your spine. So don't lift up, look around, none of that business. Just make sure your head stays down, always aligned with your spine, so you don't hyperextend the neck. I am a 5th grade teacher, and I thoroughly enjoy what I do. I love children. I've always loved children since I was very small, and always, tutored my little brothers and that kind of thing. So it was kind of meant to be. I also work with teenagers in the summer, and it's just such a gift to be able to be around children because they are so inspiring and they make me want to work harder. Even just being around them and being a fit person around them inspires them to want to make healthier choices. And so for that alone, I have to give thanks. 5, 4, 3. One thing I like to say is you've got to fight for it. It's not gonna come easy. Nothing worth having is ever easy. So fight for every rep and don't ever give up. All right, for our next superset, we're gonna start with this V squat machine. It's very similar to a squat, but we kind of lean into it a little bit in a different, from a different angle. And we're gonna superset that with a seated hamstring curl. So again, hitting the front and then the back. 1-2 combo. So in addition to teaching 5th grade, I also teach dance. I've been a dancer since I was yay high. I can remember being dancing around in my home just to any kind of music that would come on. And I think maybe that's a Latin thing, but there was music playing all the time in my home, and so that inspired a lot of dancing in me. I'm not a trained dancer per se, but I've been given a gift, and I feel very privileged in that. So I teach dance at my school, and I also teach a dance class at my gym. When I moved over from figure to the women's physique division, in this division I get to do a 90-second routine. I just shared my routine with my coaches yesterday, and they absolutely loved it. And I'm just so thankful for them and their critiques and just their inspiration, the inspiration that they both are, and their passion for the sport. Alright, so we're going to start with our last superset. I'm sitting in our wonderful leg press machine. This again incorporates all of your leg muscles, mainly the quads, depending on the positioning of your feet. The higher up you go, the more incorporation of the hamstrings and glutes, and then the lower on the platform your feet are, the more quad work. We're going to put them kind of in the middle here, and we're going to press for 30 reps, 4 sets of that, and we're going to superset that with some walking lunges with no weight, just 25 walking lunges on each leg. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video and for taking the time to enjoy this training with me. I have to thank God first and foremost for giving me the strength every day, the determination, aside from blessing me genetically. So I just give thanks and all the honor and all the praise to the Lord. Secondly, I just like to give thanks to Mr. Don Long, my coach, and his wife Sarah, for just not ever giving up on me. I'm just so thankful to be part of Team Long and representing them in the women's physique division coming up. And I just like to thank all of my family who have supported me throughout this process, through the highs and the lows, my friends, and all of my Facebook fans and fans to come. I just give you thanks. You are definitely part of the reason why I don't quit. and I just hope to continue to inspire not only you guys, but even more people on a bigger scheme as my career in fitness continues to evolve. I thank my students who inspire me every single day with their joy and their laughter. And I just thank you all for taking the time to watch this. Don't ever quit on your goals. Don't ever give up on your goals. And in the face of adversity, get back up and keep trying.